this video, I'm going to be going over how you can use Bing Image Create to create fantastic logos using Inkscape and Bing Image Create. How do we do that? Okay, pay attention to how I have formulated this particular query. In Bing, if you go to Images and click Images, you'll see over here on the right hand corner it says Image Creator. You can create an account, an image creator, and that will allow you to create images using Bing's AI Image Creator. So let's go back to, they'll give you around 100 each week that you can work with. So we start out by saying a 3-color logo of a coffee shop business using, let's say, coffee beans and espresso cup, design surrounded by a white background, done in the style of SVG with no gradients. Okay, let me go over this and explain why each of these elements needs to be there. First of all, we tell it a logo. We give it how many colors we want. 2 colors, 3 colors, a single color of a, what is it that we want to do? Coffee shop business, laundry business, book club, whatever. Then we tell it what are the elements that we want in there using coffee beans and an espresso cup design, and then very important, surrounded by a white background, and then very important, done in the style of SVG with no gradients. So it's going to give us, when we do that, we'll hit create and it's going to generate different images, and we're going to look at them and see which ones we like. Okay, so interesting. Let's try another one. Do we like, let's take this one. Now we can keep on going until we find something that we like, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I want to give you more information on how we do it in Inkscape. So I'm going to download. I can see it there. It's got a gradient. We don't want that gradient. Let's create another one. Be careful not to get that gradient. That gradient, it's a perfect example of why you don't want to have that gradient. And it's not always following my advice, no gradients, but generally speaking it is. Okay, let's use, let's use this one. Download, go to my Inkscape, file, import, open, there, important step. We have this little, I think it's a little ID code in the corner. We don't want that. So what we need to do is we need to make a bitmap copy of this one. So let's create a little mask over that. So any image that you create, any type of geometry that you put over that, I could have done a circle, I could have made a square, I could have made a polygon or polynomial polygon of some sort over it, same thing. And then I want to grab both of these, the image, and I want to say object, clip, set. So now it's going to clip that out. I can't use it like that, so what I have to do is I have to make a bitmap copy. Okay, so it's done a bitmap copy. This is what I want to use. I move that to the side. I come over here now, path, trace bitmap. Okay, colors, remove background, apply. Okay, let's see, is that going to be good enough? Apply. Pull this off. There's our image. Okay, and I can see here. It's not exactly perfect, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call this, I'm going to say object break apart. Okay. Object ungroup. Object ungroup. Break apart. Now you're going to see what will happen sometimes. Things will look like they have disappeared. I'll pull that to the top, and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to go path difference, and it's going to cut that back to the way it was before. The reason why I'm doing this is because there's a lot of little artifacts in there that I want to get rid of. I want to have a very, very clean logo. So I start selecting all the things that I want to keep, all the main parts, and I can tell that this, when I grab that path, if I pull that, okay, that's basically the image I want. Now you can see all these little artifacts that we didn't want to be in there. That would really cause a big problem for us later. So let's take that. We got rid of these little artifacts. There we go, we have our logo. If we want, we can clean this up a little bit just by deleting some of these nodes. There. won't waste too much time cleaning that up. Anyway, this is our logo. Very clean SVG logo. We can get in there and work a little bit more and get rid of all these little extra artifacts. Let's put a name. So take our font, select, and we'll just write some text. Okay, Carl's exercise. Let's pick maybe this one here. And then bold. There we are. Okay. Now, we can make that a little bit round to follow it. So what we do is we make a line, we bring it over just slightly bigger than Carl's Cafe. Click, enter, grab our node tool, and we pull down and center it. And then we click the font, and then we click that curved line, and we say put on path. So it's going to put that on path. And we can move it up, and we want to get rid of and we want to hide this line. What I can do is I can say object to path. Okay, and now I can remove. So there we got our little logo. I can group that and file, export. Well, first of all, let's put a white background there. So let's go like this. Make white background, send it to the bottom, and go edit, resize page to selection, get rid of our little gobbledygooks here. There's our logo. Okay, let's export that. File, export. Let's save it first. File, save as, export. Desktop. Click on that. There we go. That's our logo. If we want to put it on a coffee shop, we'll go back down here. Let me grab that. It's another thing I like to do when I make pictures. Okay, cartoon of a coffee shop on High Street with a big round sign on top of the door in the style of Dr. Seuss. And that's going to create us a beautiful little building place where we can stick our sign. Well, I don't like any of those. Try it again. I like this one. Good. This could make a neat little business card. So let's download. Let's go to GIMP, File, Open. Select by color, select all the white stuff, select invert, select shrink. So we shrink that there. And now I want to get rid of this artifact, and I want to add all these back in because I'm going to need that in my design. So in case these are subtracted from the design, I want to add them back in. Okay, so that adds that back into the selection. Now I want to cut, edit, cut, file, create, from clipboard, file, export, and export. Go back. Let's copy this file. New from template. Business card. So we go business card. Right. And create from template. Okay. Let me paste our logo quite big right now. I want to make sure file, import from our desktop, our little coffee house. Right. So I go in. And we want to do something interesting. So we pull just the logo off. And we want that big round sign that we asked for to be covered. Rotate it a little bit, match it as nicely as possible. Try to match the background color there. Take our logo. I need 2 copies of that. Pull it to the front. Skew it. So, there we go, our business card. So those are the great things that you can do with Inkscape and Bing AI generator. So basically what this channel is about, it is about our platform, multi-application platform for small businesses and cooperatives. And the operations, there's going to be many different applications that support small businesses. They can have their own CRM, communities, messaging. So everything that we found out on the internet that a small business would need, we created different versions of it, simplified, powered by AI. So you can create your own AI models that do different things. Along the way, I'm going to show you different techniques to do things that you can do for your small business, such as make your own business cards, logos, movies, whatever. Okay, so please subscribe as we go on this journey. Leave comments, support us by following what we do, and we'll see you on the next video.